Hello friends, welcome to my channel Unjust Indian. The topic we are going to discuss today is the precarious position of Mamata Banerjee under TMC. Now as we all know that she is facing an all-out attack on all fronts and bravely and resolutely she is defending her turf. But the fact remains majority, more than majority, that is around 2/3 to 70% of her MLAs have deserted her and nearly that much percentage of MPs both from Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha have deserted her. And now from this position, if one were to view the position of Mamata Banerjee, we will say that she is indeed in a very precarious position. But if she moves her coin shrewdly, this may turn out to be a game changer not only for the opposition, but it will prove to be a big mistake done by the BJP. Now, as you all know, that nothing happens automatically in politics. The defections both at the state level as well as the central level in the TMC have been triggered, engineered and propped up by the BJP so that they want to decimate Mamata Banerjee and TMC from the face of Bengal so that they can occupy that space and rule Bengal as well as get as many seats from Bengal to the Lok Sabha in the future elections. Now, how can Mamata Banerjee cope up with it? Now, the tone and tenor of the revolt, both in the regional, the state level as well as in the MP level, says that we accept Mamata Banerjee, but her nephew Abhishek Banerjee is the source of all the attacks that are made by MPs. There are certain political parties. When we talk about those political parties, we talk about that leaders only. The leader and the political party are synonymous. For example, Shiv Sena. If you talk about Shiv Sena, it is nothing but Bal Thackeray. Bal Thackeray is Shiv Sena is Bal Thackeray. If you talk about Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Shibu Soren was Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha was Shibu Soren. So every state, you have regional parties in which the leader is synonymous with the party. Now, if you say that, for assuming that revolt happens against Bal Thackeray, and suddenly say group, everybody from Shiv Sena moves away from Shiv Sena, Bal Thackeray, and says we are the real Shiv Sena, then Bal Thackeray can very well rest his cheek and say that look, go and form a new Shiv Sena, I will form a new party, and the entire Shiv Senics will not vote for the older Shiv Sena, but the one formed by Bal Thackeray, because the party is synonymous with Bal Thackeray. The party has no independent existence without Bal Thackeray. Similar is the case with TMC. Mamata Banerjee should realize that even though it seems that she is in a precarious and a very dangerous position, she still can build her party. Now, for that she has to do two things. She has to prove before her electorate, that is before the people of Bengal, look, these people who have moved away from me have not moved away because of Abhishek Banerjee. They have moved away because they have ulterior motives. They want to gain money with the help of BJP and gain positions with the help of BJP. Now, how can she do that? That's a simple way of doing that. Mamata Banerjee, if she does that, she can very easily expose the MLAs and MPs who have deserted to her at this time when she needed them. What can she do? The simple and the most logical explanation they are giving is, we have nothing against you. We only want Abhishek Banerjee to be sacked from the party. Now, Mamata Banerjee can very well do that. For a moment, she is only Abhishek Banerjee is only her nephew. She can tell him, stay away from the party for some time. If after removing or after sidelining Abhishek Banerjee, still the MLAs and MPs stay away from Trinamool Congress and mount the very same challenge, then it becomes very clear to the people, look, these people have not moved away from Mamata Banerjee because of Abhishek Banerjee. They have moved away from Mamata Banerjee because Mamata Banerjee has been defeated. And all these people whose political fortunes were nurtured and they were made into politicians by Mamata Banerjee are deserting her at the time when she needs them. So you become what we call the Tyagi in Hindi, and people start loving you, and also at the same time those people who go out from your party are stand exposed. Now, what benefit does this give you? Anyway, one thing you can rest assured, there are two options available for the rebels. Either they can move back into your fold after Abhishek Banerjee goes out. If they move back into your fold and stay with you for a year or two, then the rebellion that is full of fervor now will die down and they have to automatically stay with you and TMC merges with you. Supposing if they don't come back to you, then people find out that look, the reason for the rebellion is not Abhishek Banerjee, but it's because the ulterior motives are the MPs and MLAs. In both cases you win, and in both cases BJP loses. Now, therefore, I would suggest to Mamata Banerjee, don't even think about it. Don't worry about it. He's your nephew. Talk to him, sideline him for some years. Then you will realize that the rebels will stand exposed and you will gain back the ground. Because there is one difference between, they are saying that Uddhav Thackeray was gone, his party was decimated because BJP was able to engineer a split, and NCP Sharad Pawar was gone because BJP was able to engineer a split. The reason for all those things are entirely different. The case of Mamata Banerjee, in my opinion, stands entirely different. You may ask me why. Because the reason is simple. Uddhav Thackeray is not Bal Thackeray, I am telling you. So, if a party of Shiv Sena is broken, this very same Eknath Shinde would not have done that to Bal Thackeray, because he knows that even if I go and create another Shiv Sena, if Bal Thackeray stays out, that is the original Shiv Sena. That kind of leeway Uddhav Thackeray doesn't have. He doesn't have the charisma or the strength of the party behind him. Therefore, you can do that to Uddhav Thackeray. And also to Sharad Pawar, the rebellion was headed by his nephew Ajit Pawar, and Sharad Pawar is not in his golden years, he is old. Therefore, the identity of NCP with Sharad Pawar has diminished. Therefore, Ajit Pawar was able to engineer a split. So, these two parties, in my opinion, the split in NCP and UBT, that is the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, cannot be compared to the split in TMC. Because in both those parties, the founders are very much gone and away. They are not in active politics anymore. Therefore, they were able to split that party, and the party that split still enjoys a rapport with the people, because people say, if Bal Thackeray is not there, only Uddhav Thackeray is there. So they don't identify him with that. But when it comes to TMC, Mamata Banerjee is still around. TMC is Mamata Banerjee is TMC. Therefore, if she removes him and exposes the rebels, she still stands as the supremo of TMC. Although they may say we are the slow TMC, but people will not accept anybody as TMC other than Mamata Banerjee, because their loyalty to TMC is based on Mamata Banerjee and not the other way around. We cannot say that we support Mamata Banerjee because she is with TMC. That is not true. They support TMC because it is being led by Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is not a spent force or a past force. She still has power in her hands, because people of Bengal have overwhelmingly voted for TMC because of her. Now, if these rebels, even though if they separate from her and form a separate TMC, it is not going to affect her electorally that much, I can assure you. Maybe TMC, if she forms a separate party, even in another name, she will be just assured that she will be able to get at least 80% of the TMC vote bank back. Because those who voted for TMC voted for Mamata Banerjee. These rebels, in spite of the large number of MLAs and MPs, still will not command, in my opinion, more than 20% of votes of TMC. Therefore, what BJP has done was, it has stirred the hornet's nest. In Bengal, there was no opposition unity. Now, what will happen is, I will always say that Mamata Banerjee, if they form a separate TMC, and if the opposition, and if the election commission, and if the parliament and everything recognizes your splinter group as the original TMC, don't fight it. Leave it. Leave it and form a separate party. Because wherever you go, that is the original TMC. Leave it and form a separate party. There are three more years left for the MP elections. Don't spend your energy on getting back the TMC symbol and the party. It is gone. And those who are power at the center will see to it that it is gone from you forever. So leave that party. If they form a separate splinter group and that is recognized as TMC, then you can make another move. You can split away, form a separate party, and Abhishek Banerjee, being the national secretary of TMC, let him take that fight. Let him say that I am the original TMC. But you can form a separate party and you focus only on working at the ground level, creating a new party, creating a base. Then I am sure that you will be able to get back at least 80% of the vote that you have lost. And not only that, previously, whether right or wrong, you kept away both the Congress and the left. Now you can form a dynamic alliance with the Congress and the left, thereby bringing all the opposition vote together. Now, if you had to collect all the opposition votes together, even in this assembly election, they were more than the votes polled by BJP. Therefore, BJP in its attempt to weaken TMC has now created a Goliath in the opposition by the virtue of opposition unity of parties. Now, what I would suggest to Mamata is three things. First of all, sack Abhishek Banerjee. And if even after the sacking of Abhishek Banerjee, the rebels don't return back to TMC and accept your leadership, then they stand exposed before the people. But if they return, then there is no challenge to your leadership. You gain. The second thing is, if they don't, even after your sacking of Abhishek Banerjee, even after that they don't return, and at the same time, election commission and the parliament accepts your splinter group as original TMC, don't fight for TMC. No one thing, you are TMC. Wherever you go, that is the TMC. Whatever they may get the name and the symbol, but wherever you go, you are TMC. So what you do is leave that particular TMC to Abhishek Banerjee. Let him fight those cases in election commission, Supreme Court, and everywhere. Because I can give you an assurance that within 3 years you are not going to get back either the symbol or the party. What you do is you form a separate party. You form a separate party. I know you are energetic, you are enigmatic, and you are capable of doing that. I will not say of any other leader. Put your effort that you did, as always, into the groundwork, and you will gain back at least 80% of the TMC workers. Then form a dynamic alliance with Congress and the left. You will sweep the 2029 Lok Sabha elections. You can do that. But for that, you have to do the things that I said above. If you are going to say that I am going to stick with Abhishek Banerjee and I am going to fight for the symbol of the name Trinamool Congress and its symbol, then you are going to lose everything. Know one thing for sure. You are a great leader. You survived, you thrived because not of any other things, because of your individual charisma and your leadership. It's time for you to display that. Even if Trinamool Congress goes away from you, even if the symbol goes away from you, I believe that Mamata Banerjee, the individual, can still start a new party because you are the person, you are the enigma, you are the fountain from which TMC draws its power. And you start a new party, build it from the scratch, and form a real dynamic alliance with the Congress and the left. You will sweep the polls in 2029 Assam Lok Sabha elections. Take it from me. Let's meet again.